Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. And my cat is walking back and forth and may take part in this video. Today we're going to begin a short series of 4 beers from the Don Quijote chain of discount stores in Japan. And we'll start with this one here, but we will go on to others. They made, recently they've made a pale ale, and Hefeweizen, an IPA, and a stout. And these are not actually brewed by Don Quijote, but brewed by a contract brewer in Vietnam. First, a little bit about Don Quijote. You may know it, you may not. It is a chain of discount stores in Japan, and they have apparently 630 plus stores throughout the world, including mostly in Japan, but also Hawaii, California, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Malaysia, Macau, and Guam. And they are famous for their bright color. Excuse me, my cat needs to get out. Their bright colors and kind of garishness and noise. The website states that they're trying to create a sense of thrill and excitement in their stores. Very loud music playing throughout, bright colors in the advertisements, the price lists and everything. It is, it's, if you've been to a pachinko parlor, it's something like that, you know, a constant assault on your senses. Whenever I go in, I have to cover my ears like this at first. So they sell a wide range of products. They sell groceries, they sell clothing, they sell electronics, household goods, all sorts of things. And throughout the week they have big sales where the prices really cut quite a bit. Founded in 1980 as Just Co, J-U-S-T company, and the first Don Quijote store opened in 1989, and later they changed the name of all their stores to Don Quijote. In Japan, it's commonly referred to as Donki, and apparently throughout the rest of Asia, the stores are named Donki. So, and they have so many items in the store, and the aisles are stacked high and packed with goods, and the aisles are sometimes narrow. And they've changed that a bit. In 2004, there was a fire in one of their stores, and some of the staff died. It used to be where you would get lost in the store. You couldn't really tell exactly which way should I get out. Kind of like a maze. So, in any case, the parent company is apparently called Jonetsu Kakaka, and actually Pan Pacific International Trading Company is the one that produced this beer. It's not the first time that they've done this. A few years ago they did an IPA with Ise Kadoya in Mie Prefecture called Dank IPA. And the beer for this was produced, these 4 series of 4 beers in the series were produced in Vietnam. Japan Beer Journalists Association contacted them to try to find out which brewery it was. For example, SAB Miller has a very large brewery in Vietnam. But Don Quijote, the company replied, it's a trade secret, so they weren't going to say, so we don't really know. Okay, so we're going to look at 4 beers in turn, a pale ale, and then a Hefeweizen, and an IPA, and a stout. Let's get started. Okay, and here we are with another beer from Don Quijote, the discount store, and it is this one. It is the Don Quijote India Pale Ale IPA, and again, it's not really Don Quijote beer, but it's brewed by a contract brewer in Vietnam for them. And what it says here on the front is that the boom in IPAs really came from the United States. Of course, IPAs have been a long-standing style in Britain, since the time of the trade, the East India trade routes, but it really took off as a style and became the most popular beer style in the world when Americans really started hopping them like crazy on the West Coast, and then when the Northeast brewers started adding oats and lactose and things to make the hazy IPA style. This is an American style IPA, as they say on the label, and it is 6.5%, and I don't know the bitter in units. This cost me 238 yen, which is quite cheap these days for a craft beer, or any kind of beer actually, and that's $1.52 in US terms, US dollar terms. In euros, 1.46 or €1.46. And the malt and hops are from Australia and the UK, and the hops are from the United States. And we have a lion here on the back, and he is eating a big turkey, so with an IPA. So shall we give this one a go? I don't really know how it is. The others I've reviewed so far were not bad, not the kind of beer I'd probably want to buy again, but they were not terrible, which kind of surprised me. I was expecting them to be almost undrinkable, and they were actually not terrible. Okay, so here's an IPA from the same set. We have an IPA, a stout, a Hefeweizen, and a pale ale. Kind of a hard pour here, so let's see. Okay, so we got a kind of hazy, sort of medium gold color with a rather frothy 2-3 fingers of foam. That's from my pour. Carbonation. And aroma. Okay, well, certainly we do have some strong kind of citrusy hops, sort of grapefruity. That is the primary one. I think I'm getting some kind of heavy malt in the background, sort of overripe, stone fruity, which is typical for an IPA that doesn't use the top of the line ingredients. Okay. Again, this is not bad. It does have a moderately fruity and citrusy sort of flavor. Maybe some grapefruit again. Pretty strong citrusy note. Rather heavy-bodied, certainly for an IPA. Kind of thick. Bitterness is moderate. It kind of hits the tongue, typically in mid-palate, and that's what this one does, and stays with light bitter tracks. It's a bit sweeter than most. So I'm going to say this is kind of in between the British version of IPA, or the traditional British version of IPA, and the more overtly hopped American style. It's kind of in between both. It has the extreme, or the strong maltiness of a British IPA, and it does have a little bit more hops than that is typical for that style of IPA. Not too bad overall. You might want to give this a go. Yeah, now, this is one I could probably drink again, and I may even do so at the price of 238 yen, which is not terribly bad. And during their initial phase, when they're rolling this out, they've lowered the price if you buy 4 together, all 4 styles. So I might give this one a go again. It's not terrible, and you might want to try it. If you can brave the experience of going into a Don Quijote. As I mentioned before, it's kind of like going into a pachinko parlor or a theme park fun house. Your senses are just sort of knocked to and fro. But give it a go and tell me what you think, okay? Hope to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.